Stable the vehicle on center stand. Place back the slider. Clean the vehicle with a clean cloth. Before starting the maintenance, check the job card carefully. Check the vehicle for leakage, scratches or any physical damage. Must confirm for availability of standard periodic maintenance check sheet. Always follow the standard PMC without skipping any step. Check the tool trolley. Well arranged tool trolley. Tools are in good condition. Adjust the part rack near the ramp for easy access. Part rack near the ramp saves the time. Install the protection covers on the vehicle. Protection cover is must for the vehicle safety. Select the required tools in a clean tray. Remove front license plate by removing 2 screws. Remove the license plate bracket by opening 2 screws. Remove 2 screws of upper cover. Pull the bottom of the upper cover outward and remove it. Check the battery voltage by using multimeter. If the battery voltage is less than specified value, charge it as per standard charging procedure. Battery voltage should be 12.8 volts. Remove the battery breather pipe. Remove battery terminals. First, remove the negative terminal and then remove positive terminal. Open one bolt with 10 mm T-handle and remove the clamp. Take out the battery and connect with the charger. After charging, install back the battery at its place. Install the clamp and tighten one bolt with 10 mm T-handle. Install the breather pipe. Install the battery terminals. First install the positive terminal and then install the negative terminal. Clean both the battery terminals and apply petroleum jelly. Install the upper cover. Tighten 2 screws of upper cover. Install the license plate bracket by tightening 2 screws. Install the front license plate by tightening 2 screws. Open the footrest to access air duct hose clamp bolt. Loosen CVT air duct hose clamp by using 3 mm Allen key. Lift the seat. Remove 2 quick fasteners, one from each side. Remove 4 bolts of storage compartment with 10 mm T-handle. Always open bolt in criss-cross pattern. Remove the storage compartment along with seat. Open 4 screws and pull out center cover. Start the vehicle. Check fuel line and hoses for leakage, crack or damage. Check all hoses and cable routing. Check cylinder gasket for engine oil leakage. Check fuel tank cap for proper sealing. Stop the vehicle. Start the engine and warm it up for several minutes, then turn it off. Vehicle must be stable at center stand. Engine should be in warm condition. Remove the dipstick. Clean it with a clean cloth and check the oil level. It should be between the given marks. Place dipstick back in its place and don't tighten it. Place a container under the engine oil drain bolt. Remove engine oil drain bolt along with the washer. Drain engine oil completely from the crankcase. Remove engine oil gallery bolt along with the washer. Remove engine oil strainer bolt. Check engine oil strainer for any dirt and clean it with compressed air. Install the strainer with compression spring and O-ring. Always install a new O-ring and ensure that it is properly seated. Install engine oil gallery bolt along with a new washer. Install engine oil drain bolt along with a new washer. Tighten engine oil gallery bolt at 9.6 foot-pound. Tighten engine oil drain bolt and torque it at 16 foot-pound. Tighten engine oil strainer bolt at 14 foot-pound. Fill the crankcase with the specified amount of Yama Lube engine oil. Install the dipstick with new O-ring. Place a container under transmission oil drain bolt. Remove transmission oil filler plug along with its O-ring. Remove transmission oil drain bolt along with the washer. Drain transmission oil completely from the transmission case. Install transmission oil drain bolt along with a new washer using 10 mm socket and ratchet. Tighten it at 14 foot-pound. Fill transmission case with the specified amount of recommended transmission oil. Install transmission oil filler plug. Start the engine and check for any oil leakage. Open one Allen bolt with 5 mm Allen key and remove the kick starter. Now open 5 bolt of V-belt case air filter cover with a 10 mm T-handle. Remove the cover with damper, seal and V-belt air filter element and protector seal. Clean the V-belt air filter element gently in kerosene or diesel. Check the V-belt case air filter element. Before installation, dip element in fresh engine oil and squeeze excess oil. Remove the check hose. Detach the breather. Open 11 bolts with 8 mm T-handle and remove the V-belt case cover. Always open the bolts in criss-cross pattern. Remove the V-belt case cover and check for any damage. Remove 2 dowel pins. Clean V-belt area with clean cloth. Check primary and secondary sheave for any damage. Check the V-belt for any crack, damage or wear. If found, replace the V-belt with a new one. Replace the V-belt after every 24,000 kilometers. Measure the V-belt width. If found out of specification, replace with a new one. Install both the dowel pins. Install CVT case cover by tightening 11 bolts using 8 mm T-handle. Install the V-belt air filter element. Install air duct seal. Install the V-belt case cover with damper, seal and protection seal. Install 5-bolt of V-belt case air filter cover with 10 mm T-handle. Torque all the bolts at 7.2 foot-pound. Before installing the kickstarter, align the notches in the kickstarter with the projection in the V-belt case cover. Tighten one Allen bolt with 5 mm Allen key and install the kickstarter. Install the check hose. Install the breather. Check both the hoses from bottom of air filter case and clean it. If dust and water collects in these hoses, check the air filter element and clean air filter case. Open 6 screws of air filter case cover and take it out. Take out the air filter element. Check air filter element for any damage. If found any, replace with a new one. Do not clean air filter element by blowing the compressed air. Replace the air filter element after every 15,000 km of operation. The air filter need more frequent replacement if you are riding in unusually wet and dusty areas. Now check the sub-air filter element. Clean sub-air filter element with kerosene or diesel. Do not twist the sub-air filter element when squeezing it. After cleaning the sub-air filter element, layer it with fresh engine oil. Clean air filter case. Install sub-air filter element. Install air filter check hose. Install a new air filter element. Install air filter case cover and tighten its 6 screws. Before removing the spark plug cap, clean the spark plug area with compressed air. Disconnect spark plug cap. Before removing the spark plug, clean the spark plug area with compressed air. Remove spark plug by using the special tool Spark Plug Spanner S1106. Check spark plug for any damage or worn out. Cover the spark plug area with a clean cloth. Clean the spark plug with the spark plug cleaner or wire brush. Measure spark plug gap with gauge If found out of specification, adjust it. Install the spark plug and tighten it at 9.6 foot-pound. Always replace the spark plug after every 12,000 kilometers. Connect spark plug cap. Check the front brake shoe wear indicator. It should not exceed the wear out limit. If it reaches the wear out limit line, then replace with a new brake shoe set. Loosen the wheel axle nut with 17 mm socket and ratchet. Place a wooden block support under the scooter to prevent it from falling. Bubble sheet helps in maintaining the ramp clean. Disconnect front brake cable. Disconnect speedometer cable. Hold the wheel axle with 17 mm ring spanner and open with 17 mm socket and ratchet. Remove the nut and washer. Take out the wheel axle. Remove the wheel. Check the wheel for any damage. Take out the brake shoe assembly. Check wheel bearing. Replace the bearing after every 10,000 kilometers. Check and clean the spacer and lubricate with lithium soap-based grease. Check and clean the wheel axle and lubricate with the lithium soap-based grease. Check brake shoe assembly for any wear and damage. Polish brake shoe evenly with emery paper. Clean and lubricate the brake pin with lithium soap-based grease. Immediately clean the extra grease. Check and clean the brake drum. Install brake shoe assembly. Install the spacer. Install the wheel. Install the wheel axle. Install the washer and nut. Lubricate the lip of speedometer cable and install it. Install the front brake cable. Check by applying the brake. Remove the wooden support. Tighten wheel axle nut at 35 foot-pound. Check the rear brake indicator. It should not exceed the wear out limit. If it reaches the wear out limit line, then replace with a new brake shoe set. Disconnect the rear brake cable. Open rear wheel nut by using 24 mm socket and ratchet. Remove the nut and washer. If required, take someone's help, tilt the vehicle and remove the rear wheel. Check the wheel for any damage. Check an evenly polished brake drum with emery paper. Check the brake shoe for any damage or worn out. Evenly polish brake shoe with emery paper. Lubricate the brake pin with lithium soap-based grease. Check and clean rear wheel shaft and lubricate with lithium soap-based grease. Clean extra grease. Install the rear wheel. Install the washer and nut. Tighten the rear wheel axle nut and torque it at 108 foot-pound. Install the brake cable. Valve clearance adjustment should be done on a cold engine at room temperature. Disconnect breather pipe. Open two bolts with 8 mm T-handle and remove the cable holder. Open two bolts and take out the cylinder head cover with gasket. To measure valve clearance, piston must be at TDC on compression stroke. Turn crankshaft clockwise. When the piston is at TDC on the compression stroke, align the mark on camshaft sprocket with the mark on lock plate. Align eye mark on the AC magnetorotor with stationary point on the crankcase. Measure valve clearance with filler gauge. If found out of specification, adjust it. Turn adjusting screw with special tool YSST 706 and YSST 706A in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction until the specified valve clearance is obtained. Hold adjusting screw to prevent it from moving, and tighten the lock nut to specification. Measure valve clearance again. Valve clearance is increased in clockwise direction. Valve clearance is decreased in anti-clockwise direction. If valve clearance is still out of specification, repeat entire valve clearance adjustment steps again. Similarly, adjust valve clearance of another valve. Install cylinder head cover with a new gasket and tighten its 2 bolts at 8 foot-pound. Connect cable holder and tighten its 2 bolt with 8 mm T-handle. Connect breather pipe. Check front brake lever free play. It should be as per the specified limit. If it is not as per standard, adjust it. Turn the front wheel adjusting nut in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction until the specified brake lever free play is obtained. In anti-clockwise direction, the brake lever free play is increased. In clockwise direction, the brake lever free play is decreased. After adjusting the brake lever free play, make sure there is no brake drag. Similarly, turn the rear brake adjusting nut to obtain the specified rear brake free play. After adjusting the brake lever free play, make sure there is no brake drag. Check all the bolts, screws or quick fastener for proper installation. Start the vehicle. Before adjusting the idle RPM, the engine should be in warm condition. Warm engine quickly respond to the throttle. Attach the tachometer to the spark plug lead. Check the engine idle speed, and if it is not as per specification, adjust it. To increase the engine idle speed, turn the screw in clockwise direction. To decrease the engine idle speed, turn the screw in anti-clockwise direction. After getting the specified value, detach the tachometer. Stop the vehicle. Check throttle grip free play. It should be within specified limit. Before adjusting throttle grip free play, ensure idle RPM is as per standard. If it is not as per standard, adjust it. Slide back the rubber cover and loosen the lock nut. Turn the adjusting nut in direction clockwise or anti-clockwise until the specified throttle grip free play is obtained. In anti-clockwise direction, throttle grip free play is increased. In clockwise direction, throttle grip free play is decreased. After adjusting the free play, ensure that the throttle grip turns smoothly and return properly when released. Tighten the lock nut. Slide the rubber cover to its original position. Lubricate pivot points and metal-to-metal moving parts of side and center stand with lithium soap-based grease. Clean the extra grease immediately. Lubricate front and rear brake lever with lithium soap-based grease. Lubricate throttle cable end and grip housing with lithium soap-based grease. Install center cover and tighten its 4-bolt. Install the storage compartment along with seat. Tighten 4 bolts with 10 mm T-handle and torque it at 6.5 foot-pound. Install the quick fasteners. Install the CVT air duct hose into its original position and tighten the hose clamp. Close the seat. Turn the ignition on and start the vehicle. Turn headlight on. Press the headlight beam switch. Check both front and rear indicators. Blow the horn. Press brakes to check tail light. Check the side and center stand for any bend or damage. Check the periodic maintenance check sheet to ensure that all the mentioned jobs are complete. Also, check the job card that all customers concerned are taken care of. Clean and place back all the tools in the tool trolley. Clean and arrange bins and tray. Clean the scooter with clean cloth. Clean the ramp. Clean the power track and place it back at its position. Remove the protection covers.